I thought it would be really helpful in just about every bag making circumstance. In this Chickadee backpack, the strap, or if your bag has strap tabs, as you probably know, you're sewing this down using a little square, sometimes a little rectangle. And then I've pulled out another bag. While strap tabs are the most frequent occurrence for this particular annoyance, it also can happen for the bottom of your bag as well. So these tabs are rounded and secure to the front of the bag. Problem can also exist for bag bottoms, such as either a curved bottom or a bottom that's a rectangle. As you can see, when you're sewing corners, either straight corners or curved corners, you're generally pivoting with your needle. As you can see, the thread kind of cut off the corner, which is not what you want, especially when you're top stitching straps or tabs like I was showing before I pulled out this sample. How to avoid this little skip stitch in the corners. How a sewing machine works when your needle is going up and down and grabbing the bobbin thread. So I'm going to pull my bobbin casing out. Your bobbin casing might either be in the side of your machine, or you might have like a little door or a clear window on the top of your machine. Regardless, either works. When you put the bobbin casing back, there's sort of a round sort of wheel that goes around the casing, and if you take a look at it while you're sewing, that portion is moving around in a circle, kind of like a wheel, and there's a hook portion, and that's the portion that helps get the bobbin thread onto your thread, on your top thread, so while you're sewing it completes a line of stitching. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. Okay, so what happens, and it certainly doesn't happen every single time, but as you can see, it will happen once in a while, and that's super frustrating because it doesn't look like, obviously, the corner is cut off. I'm going to sew and pivot a corner and show you how to avoid that. So it's super simple. So as you can see, my needle's fully down. I'm going to take the wheel on the side of my sewing machine and I'm going to turn it forward slowly. I'm not going to pick the needle up all the way out of the fabric. So the needle still needs to be through the fabric, but I'm approximately going to lift the needle right before where the eye of the needle is, where it's holding the thread. So just, again, make sure the needle is in the fabric still. You're not pulling it out all the way. I'm going to lift my presser foot up like I normally would, pivot my fabric like I would need to do for sewing the corner. Let me move this little thread out of the way. And then you can keep sewing on. So honestly, that's all you need to do to prevent this little skip stitch in the corner, and you can use this method for either sharp corners or rectangles like what I've done right here, or you can use this method if you're sewing sort of a curved edge to avoid the skip stitches through the curve. Either way will work, and I said it would be a super simple fix to this problem, but I think it's something that's happened to me in the past relatively frequently, and so I think this little tip will definitely help make top stitching better, or even when you're just sewing the bottom of the bag to the body of the bag. I think having that avoidance of the skip stitch will be definitely annoyance saving in your sewing. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration.